then we can actually pick a niche. The question left is just, how do we find it, right? Because in order to find our niche and in order to find everything in short-form marketing for that matter, you need to understand how the marketing brain works. Your marketing brain is half AI and it's half muscle. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. Because how does AI work? Claude, ChatGPT, Oliver AI, by the way, how all of these work is the more input you give them, the bigger their knowledge base gets and the more accurate and the more helpful their work is getting. So on the first thing that we need to take care of when we're trying to find things for Instagram setup, let it be video ideas, ideas for the niche, or even any form of inspiration that we're trying to get, is we need to broaden our knowledge base, because you're not going to be able to find a niche if you haven't seen 100. If I tell you to paint a beautiful painting, but you're sitting in a room with blacked out windows all day, what are you going to draw? Like an apple, you know what I mean? That's like the only thing you see is Uber Eats deliveries and a PlayStation. But if I sent you on a world trip, you drive the trains through the desert, you fall in love with Paris, you fly a helicopter in Dubai, you get robbed, you cry, you laugh, you go through all these experiences, and then I tell you to draw a painting. This is how we're ending up with the Mona Lisa. And I know that's a very dramatic example, but just so you understand, we need a very, very big knowledge base so you actually understand what's your competition, what does your average viewer and average subscriber that you're trying to get see every single day. How do we stand out from it, right? Because we want to stand out from the crowd, but if you don't know what the crowd is, how are you going to do that? But on a second note, while our AI part of the marketing brain gets bigger and bigger, we also need to train our marketing muscle, which is repetition and its volume. Every single day that we scroll, we understand it more. Every video that we script out, the muscle gets bigger, and it's gonna happen over time. And same as muscles, in the beginning, it's gonna grow very, very fast, but over time, it's gonna take more and more volume to get that done. Because as an entrepreneur, you know this feeling. You always learn more and you look back and you're like, why did we even do this? And it's not a coincidence. This is not because God just came down on earth and just forced entrepreneurs to just rethink all their life decisions every 6 months. Because your marketing muscle is just growing every single time you use it, and you want to use it as much as possible. So in terms of finding our niche, what we want to do is just create our first research account, right? We're trying to build a For You page that shows us the niches and the creators that we can use as inspiration later. And the way we build that is usually we just take a keyword, right? Whatever it is, techno, fitness, gaming, cosplay, whatever fits your creator. And I don't mean, oh, this could be a good idea for her, but what does she look like, right? Does she have a bunch of tattoos? Does she have black hair? Does she even privately go to raves? Okay, we should probably look at techno accounts. If she's actually into gaming, she has blue hair and has a bunch of cosplay, she's a bit nerdy, sure, let's look into gaming. But if she's a volleyballer and she's just playing every single day, she tells you a couple stories about it, okay, let's look into this. If she doesn't have any hobbies, then option 2 is go on to locker room talk. What I mean by that is look at her objectively, look at her pictures, turn your brain off, and just look at, if I had to bet money what she does in her free time, what would she probably do? And if you're a sane thinking person, you're gonna think of something. Am I right? If she's blonde, petite, a bit shy, yeah, she probably plays volleyball, right? Am I right? This is just a locker room talk between guys. Like, yeah, most likely. If she has a bunch of tattoos and black hair and like a nose piercing and like tattoos through the tits, whatever it is, yeah, she probably isn't necessarily into helping puppies at the local dog shelter. She probably is into ecstasy and raves, right? So just stereotypes, because this is how people are gonna see her, and it's gonna help you not commit the biggest mistake in the brand history, which is being unauthentic and people not believing what you do. And I don't mean thinking, oh, this is definitely a scam. I mean people not being 100% sure this is who you are. Even if there's 99% of doubt, you're not gonna get this Instagram thing rolling. So this is why I want to find something that fits her as a person. And then, perfect. We just look at the keywords attached to it. So if it's a techno niche, we can look at hashtag techno, hashtag rave girl. And we want to interact with all of this content on our research account like a hardcore fan. Watch all the videos till the end, watch them a few times, comment something, share the video to a couple of accounts, right? You can share it to literally anyone. Like, you don't need to know the person. Because what we're trying to do is signal the algorithm that this is what they should show us off more. Give me more techno, more, right? We want to show the algorithm, hey, this is what I want. This is what keeps me on the platform. Show me everything you have. And this is how you get into the niche. And the strongest signal we can give is sharing, like I told you. Sharing a video, even sharing it to yourself or just sharing it to like a corporate account, like the Russian Samsung site or fucking Range Rover or whatever Instagram site you want to share it to. This is the strongest signal you can give Instagram so they know we need to show them more of that. And that's the most efficient way to train the algorithm, by the way. And nobody does that. Most people, they just scroll and maybe like one video and that's all. And then they complain that they never find good videos. And the best seed that I can give you is finding creators similar to your creator. Right? This is the ones that you want to share. This is the ones that you want to give the most attention in the algorithm's eyes, right? They don't need to be a carbon copy because you're not going to find those. I just want to put that out there. You're not going to find creators that are exactly like yours. Of course not. We are all individual. We are all special, our parents told us.